Hello, and welcome to this portion of the Demonstration of Learning Teaching Lab that's designed and produced by the Education Service Center at Region 11. If you're watching this video, that means two things are true. The first is that Wi-Fi is working. Hooray! The second is that you're on your way to completing your Demonstration of Learning assessment plan. Congratulations, team. You've made it to the Tokyo Techno Tour. Hope you appreciate the alliteration there and the continuation of our travel theme for the day. Did you know that Tokyo, Japan is one of the largest and most modern metropolitan cities in the world? You might be able to guess just by looking at the image in the background that Tokyo has more neon lights than any other city in the world. However, without the ability to quickly translate each sign and without the ability to delve deeper into each location, you'd probably miss most of what crosses your path. Sometimes teaching is the same way. There's so much information or so many bright lights coming in at once that it's often difficult to see what your students are truly thinking. Here's where the Techno Tour comes into play. In this portion of the teaching lab, you'll have an opportunity to explore and delve deeply into one or two websites that we've selected so that you can gain an additional method to make students' thinking visible. By the end of your tour, you should be able to find a way to integrate technology into your Demonstration of Learning assessment plan, and also have an opportunity to create a formative assessment using an online tool that you choose. After this video is concluded, and once you start navigating this presentation on your own, you'll come across a menu slide that looks awfully similar to this one here. The images on this chart correspond to websites that we've selected that serve the purpose of formatively assessing students. You'll be able to click on an image in this table to navigate for more information about the site. In general, the sites that are on the top of the chart have a faster learning curve than the ones on the bottom of the chart. But first, let's take a closer look at some of these options. As you watch, think about which site would work best for your classroom so that you could spend time exploring and creating. You may recognize this site from earlier. Plickers allows teachers to create multiple choice questions and assign them to their classes. Students respond to the multiple choice questions using pieces of paper that have unique barcodes on them. One major benefit of Plickers is that it does not require students to have electronic devices. All you need is a camera phone or an iPad to scan students' answers as they hold up the barcodes. Plickers allows you to collect data quickly so that you can decide on your next moves. AnswerGarden is a site that creates a word cloud based on participants' responses. The more times students provide the same response, the larger the word becomes on the word cloud. This could potentially be useful in the activation portion of the lesson to gauge students' word association and understanding of a topic, and could serve as a great conversation piece. If you're nervous about inappropriate responses, be sure to check out all the filtering options AnswerGarden provides. Mentimeter is another student response site where students enter a code to participate in the activities that you prepare beforehand. As you can see, there are several options for student response types, including a word cloud option. A great feature is that there's no maximum audience size, and you could quickly share student responses whole class so that you can provide every student a voice. Unfortunately, this data does not save unless you upgrade to the basic plan. You can, of course, screenshot the results to save an image of your desktop. All in all, Mentimeter provides a quick way to get different types of input at a glance from your students. Here we have some sites that you're probably already familiar with. Kahoot, Quizlet Live, and Quizzes are similar in that they ask students to respond to multiple choice questions in a game show format. These games are slightly different and require at least some of the students to have some sort of electronic device for participation. Google Forms is a free program that's part of the Google Suite. So if you already have a Gmail account, access to Google Forms will be that much easier. Google Forms allows you to create digital surveys, assessments, or worksheets with several options for student response. A major benefit of using Google Forms is that you can choose for answers to be exported to Google Sheets so you could see all of your students' responses in one document. If you have experience sorting data on Microsoft Excel, Google Sheets will be a breeze. Plus, the program boasts an autosave feature that saves automatically to your Google Drive. You'll get to see how these two can work together when you sign up for a travel buddy in just a bit. Flipgrid and Seesaw stand out from other formative assessment sites because they allow for video response, which could be great for reflections or even summarizations. Flipgrid is more simplistic than Seesaw, which may appeal to teachers who are only looking for video responses. Seesaw is a bit more complex, and it allows for photo, drawing, audio, and upload responses. In addition, every student has a portfolio that stores students' responses. If you assign activities on Seesaw, they're added to the students' portfolios so that you can monitor their progress over time. Think of it as an online response portfolio. Nearpod and Pear Deck combine many of the same response options we've already seen, but one thing that separates them is that they have an option to work with PowerPoint or Google slide presentations you've already created if you don't want to start from scratch. Nearpod and Pear Deck allow you to embed different activities and checks for understanding throughout the entirety of your lesson. Students enter a code, which connects your presentation directly to their electronic devices. As you move to different slides and activities, the presentation will automatically update on the students' devices. Or you can even flip your classroom and allow students to progress through the presentation at their own pace. Nearpod even has a virtual reality feature that allows students to visit a physical location and look around as if they were actually there. If your school district subscribes to Google Classroom, you'll appreciate Pear Deck as it is a Google Suites add-on that works well with Google Drive. Both Nearpod and Pear Deck have the ability to export data. Alright, we are nearing the end of our site preview. Formative and Socrative are two programs whose sole purpose is to track data over time. Formative is a site that allows teachers to create assignments and see live results. Teachers love the several answer-response options here, including responses to math problems. Socrative is an online quiz site that enables students to respond via laptop or cell phone. Socrative also has survey options and game options. These quizzes can be shared with other teachers as well. Be warned that these two sites require a lot of initial setup, and thus it's recommended to be used primarily by tech-savvy teachers. Was there a different site that you've heard about that wasn't listed here? Not sold on the ones we promoted? Well, we've got you covered. You'll have an option to do your own research so that you can find other ways to integrate technology in your demonstration of learning assessment plan. Before you begin your tour, here are some guiding questions to keep in mind as you work to integrate technology. Okay, really? We have a variety of question types to get you thinking. Every site that we've highlighted today is free. You'll simply need to create a login to see how it all works. Once you get to your site, take a look at the pricing plans to see the difference between the free and paid versions. If you're liking the site and the features that it offers, many of them will offer free trials so you can access all the features for a limited time. You'll also want to be aware of how many students can sign in at one time with a single code and how many electronic devices you'll need. It's always a good idea to do a test run of whatever digital assessment you create from the student's perspective by entering the site and code and submitting practice responses. Check to see if the website you're using requires students to download an app. If so, you may need to talk to the technology person on your campus. Finally, consider the time it takes to integrate this technology and when it's most appropriate to use within a given unit or lesson. Hopefully, the student response data you receive will help inform your instruction so you can best meet the needs of your students exactly where they are in their learning. Wait, don't go at it alone just yet. To better assist you in the short and long-term implementation of this EdTech, you'll be able to click on the image in the next slide to note what sites you've been to and what site or sites you want to explore. This way, we can help each other out during our journey. You could find tour guides who have visited sites before that can help you on your trip and show you aspects of the site, or even find a travel companion if you prefer to explore features of the site together. Alrighty, are you ready to begin your trip? You can access this Tokyo Techno Tour presentation on your own device by entering this bit.ly here, or by scanning the QR code that'll take you to the Teaching Lab's website, where you can navigate to the demonstration of a learning page. You'll have about an hour to explore and create a digital formative assessment so you can integrate technology into your demonstration of learning assessment plan. Good luck on your voyage, and don't be afraid to move around as needed to begin your journey.